In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to create a case in Salesforce. Now, whether you're just starting out or looking to refresh your skills, these steps will help you seamlessly navigate through the process. Let's dive in and explore each step together to ensure you feel confident and efficient. To begin with, you'll want to open Salesforce. Once you're logged in and have your dashboard up, the first thing you'll notice is Salesforce's user-friendly interface. It helps to have a good understanding of this environment, as it will make navigating through subsequent steps much easier. Once you're in, head over to the App Launcher. The App Launcher is like your command center. From here, you can access all the apps that you have permissions for. It's usually located at the top left corner of the screen, represented by a grid icon. Click on it to reveal a list of available applications. Next, from the App Launcher, click on Cases to open the Cases homepage. The Cases page is where all the magic happens. It's your centralized hub for managing all support cases, whether they're new or ongoing. This step will lead you to a well-organized list where you can see all existing cases if there are any, or plan for the new ones. Moving on, you'll need to click on the New button to initiate a new case. This is your starting point for logging any client issue or request. Clicking New will open a fresh form where you'll input all relevant information. One of the most crucial steps is to fill in the required fields. These fields typically include details such as the case subject, description, and any other information pertinent to the issue at hand. Take your time to ensure that all relevant details are captured accurately, as this will help whoever is handling the case to address it efficiently. Once you've completed the form, it's time to click Save. This action will log the case into the system, making it accessible for further processing and action. It's always good practice to review the information before saving to ensure accuracy. The next step involves assigning the case to the right person or team. This involves choosing an individual or a group who is best suited to resolve the issue. Assigning the case ensures that it gets the necessary attention and doesn't linger unattended. Lastly, as the case progresses, don't forget to add updates or notes. This helps everyone involved stay informed of any developments, actions taken, or resolutions achieved. It keeps the case information dynamic and up to date. So, there you have it, a straightforward guide to creating a case in Salesforce. By following these steps, you'll be able to efficiently manage cases and ensure a smooth workflow within your team. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope this guide helps you streamline your Salesforce activities.